video, we're going to take a look at an eCampus course site for a blended course. I have a course site up here for a CI 104, which is one of the 4 blended offerings. So this is the typical homepage. Any of you that have used eCampus will recognize this, but there's a couple nuances associated with the blended format. There are 3 things that I want to point out in this video. The first is probably the most important, and that will be your roadmap to guiding you through the online portion of the blended course format. So right down here, there's this icon that says Access Modules to Begin. So if we click on that, you will be provided with a full roadmap for the entire online session, and as well as some ancillary materials for the live capstone session. So let's take a look at some of these resources and how exactly this is structured. So pre-course work here is at the top. So this is what you are supposed to be doing before the class actually starts. You'll notice that each week is broken up and has its own section. So each week is kicked off by a virtual online session, and then this is all the work that you're expected to do after that first week's online session. So in this particular course, the first online session is going to occur November 1st, and then after that is when all of this work will get completed. There's the virtual session. So that's how you access that first week's online session. So this is very sequential in its layout, because after that, these are all the tasks that you are expected to be completed by the end of that first week. Everything you need is here. There's PDFs for the case study, there's any documents or forms, there's any Excel workbooks that you'll need. So everything you need for that first week's assignment is included in this roadmap. There are also some flash segments that we call e-learning segments. So these are self-contained sort of videos. Many of them are interactive. They will help you assist any work that you need to do during that first week. There's some reading, some PDFs that will also supplement your learning, a couple more e-learning segments. Down here at the bottom, I want to point out a few things. You'll see these 2 items right here. These are called Go Find It's. The blended format includes typically 3 of these Go Find It activities. So these are activities that you're expected to do on your own. And again, they're self-directed. They're very well defined in what exactly you're expected to do. So I'm going to click on this first Go Find It, and in this particular assignment you have to read this PDF and then answer several questions based on that. So everything's self-contained, and to post your answer you simply go here into the reply box. Now the unique thing about these Go Find It's are they are graded. So the 3 Go Find It's each have 25 points possible, and they also have a deadline. So these 2 Go Find It's have to be completed in that first week. You'll see there's a due date. In this instance, November 7th is when these 2 Go Find It's are due, and to complete them you simply go click on it and it'll self-contain, tell you exactly what you need to do. And then finally there's a little quiz. This is not graded, these are just for practice. So that's the first week's worth of work. And the second week will open at the beginning of the second week. It'll start with the virtual online session, and then this is all the work that needs to be done for the second week. So if you follow this roadmap sequentially, it will guide you and provide you all the tools and resources that you need to get through the online portion of the course. And then the virtual online sessions each week are kind of a touch point, a checkpoint to make sure everyone's on the same path. So again, where I got to that from was from the home page, and right down here, accessing course modules. A couple other things I wanted to point out. One is the discussion board. So I'm going to click on this discussion board, and this is where you go to interact with the instructor as well as your classmates. So this is where you go to post any questions you have, any comments that you have. Now I'm going to expand it out a little bit, give you some behind the scenes look at this discussion board. Kind of expand it out, and you'll see that there's actually several what we call pinned discussions. So all of those Go Find It activities are already set up. There's the 3 Go Find It's, as well as discussion board posts for each of the case studies that you'll be doing in CI 104. So there's several kind of behind the scenes discussion posts that are already created, but in general, the general discussion will all occur right here. So again, to get to these, you're going to get to it through that main course roadmap that we just looked at a few minutes ago. That'll lead you to these, but I just wanted to show you where they're really housed. Third thing I wanted to point out is the course syllabus. The course syllabus can be found right here. This is called Course Outline. If we click on that, you'll see the expectations and the objectives of the course. And as I scroll down here, again, the blended course format is unique because it has several mileposts. So there are those 3 Go Find It's. They each have 25 points associated with them, as well as due dates. The blended courses also incorporate a couple midterm assessments. So there are 2 graded assessments, one after 2 weeks, one after 4 weeks. Those have 50 points associated with them. And then finally, there's the capstone case study when everyone comes together live, and then ultimately the final exam. So multi-point assessments is the key to the blended learning format, and it's a wonderful way to ensure the students are learning. Scroll down here in the syllabus a little bit further, and you'll have the outline. So these are those live online kind of check-in points that occur each week for 1 hour virtually online. And then finally, the course culminates with a 1.5-day live capstone. And so information on that, location and time, is located right down here. So I want to show you one more thing on the main course site, and that is the virtual session link. So you can get to them certainly from here, from the modules that has all the links to the virtual online sessions. You can also get to them right here. So I'm going to click on this. There's nothing set up right here right now because the sessions don't open until the day of the session. So nothing's appearing here, but in this instance, this coming Wednesday, it would show up. But the other thing that's important is right here, recordings. All of the sessions are recorded. So if you happen to miss one, can't make one, or you want to go back over and re-watch the session, once the session's completed, within about an hour, the recording will show up, an archived recording for each of those virtual sessions. So that is the blended course site. Wonderful, comprehensive site. I encourage you to explore it, take a look. But again, most important icon is right here. This is your roadmap. If you follow it from start to finish, you will get a tremendous amount of information out of this course.